Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Today we're talking about GameStop. And so a lot of people are asking me, do you think GameStop is worth it? Do you think what's going on with GameStop? And so I did want to address something, and this is a position that I don't think many people have taken. And so everybody's saying, Corey, do you really think that GameStop is worth $200 a share? And, it's kind of irrelevant at this point. I do want to talk about a few good cases that GameStop has going for it. I do have some notes up here that I'll be referencing, so just bear with me here. But if you take a look at my last video, you do know that I think a squeeze is still very, very possible and coming for GameStop. Okay. Now, if you want to check out that video, you can go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a card up at the top. But now, let's say it does squeeze, right? I don't. Now, it's very possible that someone is going to try to short it on the way down, okay? And maybe they'll short it a little bit, but I do assume that they would probably pull out of the position relatively quickly. I don't think anyone is going to be as shorted as they were because they realize that we're going to be looking out for it. And I don't think anyone is going to put themselves in a very vulnerable position to be squeezed again, okay? And so keep in mind, now, right now, they've been going down for 5 years. And take a look at this, and this is like, how does shorting affect a stock, specifically a stock's price? So short selling increases the number of sellers and typically lowers the stock price. It's super easy. I just wanted to hear so we can see, like, this is just obvious, right? So take a look at what's been happening for the past 5 years. Okay, obviously we had a run up, but before that, look, they've been heavily shorted for a long time. Now, granted, I'm not sure if they were shorted the entire time, but you know, this could be a lot of pressure on the downward trend for GameStop. And theoretically, after the squeeze, if no one else is shorting the stock, or I'm sure there'll probably be a few people, but I don't think anyone is going to put themselves in that kind of dangerous position again, especially being over the float. So I think that is going to help alleviate a lot of pressure with GameStop, allowing it to find where it truly should be at. Okay. That's my first point. My second point is, we also know that these guys are trying, they're trying. They are going and they're gonna break out into this e-commerce store. And the question is, how far are they gonna go and what are they gonna do? I currently don't have any, like, personally, I don't really have any brand loyalty to like New Egg or Amazon or anybody whenever it comes to these graphics cards. I buy Power, whoever is selling them. I really don't have a company. But you know what? Let's say I want to get a computer part or a graphics card or something, and these guys are starting to sell them. You know what? I'll be able to go to. I'd rather go with them. Not only to support the cause, but to also there's just that brand recognition that they have that I would feel a lot more comfortable, especially if they convert their stores to allow them to be hubs for returns, exchanges, to be super easy, super streamlined. This way, I don't have to wait 2 days to get my graphics card. Let's say I'm excited, although 2 days is very fast, sometimes one day on Amazon, I can go same day and just go pick up a graphics card if it's available. And I'd rather get it from GameStop than anywhere else, and just continue to support this company. I think they have a lot of support behind them, a lot of momentum, a lot of positive sentiment. And I think that it weighs a lot. Okay. Another thing, I will say that I do wish that GameStop was a little more forthcoming on all of their plans. Granted, we do have earnings coming up. Hopefully, they're going to be a little more transparent and continue to share more information about what's going on with them. I think that'll really, really help the stock. I think they could do a little bit of a better job with that. But at the end of the day, even after all of that, the question right now is not, are they worth $200 in 5 years, a year, 2 years? That's not what the question is. The question is yes, they're at $200, but are they set up for a short squeeze? Is it a technical squeeze? That is the only question you need to be asking yourself. And if your answer is yes, then there you have it. And that's why a lot of people they're saying, GameStop GME is dead, it's dead. And it's like, no, that's not the question here. It's not about whether it's dead. These hedge funds, these short positions, put themselves in a terrible position technically. Okay, being shorted more percentage, a higher percentage of what is available of the float. And that is the question that you need to be asking yourself. Okay, super important to differentiate those because that is where we're at right now. Okay, so I just wanted to drive that home. I want that to be super crystal clear because a lot of people are coming in with this FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, trying to scare people, and they're asking the wrong question. And I don't want anyone to be confused about that. All right. That is what I have for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you did like the content, please consider subscribing. I'm doing my best to cover these different angles of GameStop, AMC, and all these other stocks, squeezes or not squeezes, whatever it is. I really like talking about these stocks, and I think you can tell how passionate I am about this stuff. Okay. Also, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, that really helps me with that YouTube algorithm. We need people to know what we think is going on with the stock. People, if you have anybody who says, oh, it's not worth $200 or whatever it's at the time, share this video. Let them know and say, hey, just bring awareness to the stock. I think is super, super important. Okay. Again, that's what I have. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. Have a good one. Peace.